Welcome to our viewers here in Ottawa and all across the globe. Victoria McDermott here alongside Evan Sheargold. Tonight, Royal Canadian Mounted Police Detachment suffer harsh criticism. Discriminatory actions by those of our federal police force lay foundation for several impending lawsuits. Over 300 female officers have formed a class action in an attempt to level the gender playing field within the force.
This lawsuit stirs controversy on the national stage. Is our internal protection system responsible for decades of discrimination? Several cases support the alleged wrongdoings of the RCMP. Our Vancouver correspondent, David Gregory Sands II, joins us tonight with a detailed explanation of the events surrounding the legal battle between the RCMP and many of its own female officers.
Thank you, Evan. I'm here in Vancouver, just outside of the Supreme Court, and as you can see, there are hundreds of women here to show their support and to seek justice for the discrimination that they have experienced through their time with the Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
I spent over 2 years with the RCMP doing Texas chores right from my first day on the job. You know what the first thing they said to me was? They said, "We don't think women should be in the force, especially French-speaking ones." That was 19 years ago, and their attitude hasn't changed much.
Among Janet Merlot's claims are that a supervising officer would routinely position a naked female doll next to his desk, and on several occasions would ask Merlot to stand next to the doll. She says the supervising corporal was never punished.
All these women are here in hopes of justice over alleged gender discrimination, bullying, and harassment with a potential class action lawsuit. Earlier today, I had the chance to speak with the lawyer championing the case.
Good afternoon. My name is Dave, and I'm here with Mr. Klein. Thank you for speaking with us today.
Not a problem. I view this as an important issue.
Can you tell us about the case and how you're going to approach it in court?
Well, you see, these women, they share an unfortunate common bond. They were subjected to systematic harassment, bullying, and discrimination over a long period of time. The bond they share is the consequence of that treatment.
I just find it amazing that so many women have come forward and can relate to this issue. How are you going to present the case?
I will introduce the case and prove that misconduct has occurred over a period of months or years, was committed by multiple perpetrators, and was ignored by management on multiple occasions.
Thank you, Mr. Klein. We will now go back to the studio.
Thanks, Dave. Now we have a segment on another issue the RCMP has faced in the past. The current claims over gender discrimination only represent a small portion of issues that are prevalent within the organization.
They have also faced issues in regards to the treatment of Aboriginal people both within the RCMP and externally.
In addition to the growing number of women joining the list of plaintiffs in the class action lawsuit against the RCMP, the first Aboriginal woman has come forward. She says that the combination of being a woman and being a racial minority was the double jeopardy and resulted in her mistreatment and discrimination.
We were the ones out there to serve and protect, and that's what I did. But where was my protection? The RCMP eat their own.
Hudson was the first Aboriginal female officer when she joined in 1979. She became a poster girl for the RCMP as the force began making a move to include more minorities in its ranks. Problem was, she says, many men in the force were not ready to have women among them.
One of the men deemed responsible for this offensive behavior is Inspector Tim Shields. He holds the position of District Duty Officer and was not removed from his prestigious position in the RCMP hierarchy throughout all the complaints and reports until this class action was filed. Is this really the way the RCMP chooses to present itself? Is this truly the best way to deal with such serious claims? The alleged actions of this man are so detrimental to the well-being of women and racial minorities in the force that we hope they are able to come up with an efficient way to deal with these issues. Although she is the first to come forward, she is not the only one.